Hello, I got a question in my email about the launching of the Starship from SpaceX in the morning. Right now it's 12:33 a.m. on November 17th. So I found an article about it. It said liftoff is set to occur Friday, which is today, in just a few hours from Starbase, a SpaceX facility in South Texas, during a 2-hour window that opens at 8 Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. So a 2-hour window would be like between 7 and 9 a.m. here in just a few hours. You can watch it here at space.com, courtesy of SpaceX. Okay. So they wanted to know, did I think it would be a success or not? Now, we're all going to define success differently. I believe that this is going to be a project that's going to be ongoing. I think that it's in the process of being refined. And so I don't want to say that it will never be a success, okay? But just by looking at the horary chart that I cast when I got this question, I would say, sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. I would say that it would be a no for right now. And I'll tell you why. Okay. I asked the question. I'm in El Paso, Texas, so I put the location when I asked the question. I put the date. I asked it on the 16th, which was yesterday. And I asked at, 7:15 p.m. And so I based the chart on the time that I asked the question. Okay? And then I generated the chart in what's called whole signs rather than Placidus or Placidus, because when it comes to horary charts, I prefer whole sign. Now, some people prefer Koch, that's Koch, but I prefer whole sign. It gives me better results. It's easier for me to read as well. And the reason I'm saying no right now for this particular attempt is already in the 12th house of loss, sorrows, troubles, and secrets. It's in the sign of Taurus, which is the earth. It's ruled by Venus and the earth, the sign of Taurus is. You have Jupiter, which deals with flight. You have the part of fortune, which deals with things like worldly success. And you have Uranus, which deals with things like sudden, unexpected events, rocket ships. It also rules the sign of Aquarius and Aquarian things. Sudden happenings, 911, that sort of thing. And all three of these are in the worst house they can be in, and that's the 12th house. Like I said, loss, sorrows, troubles, and secrets. Jupiter is thought to bring money, and it's in the house of loss, sorrows, troubles, and secrets. So there's going to be money lost. It's going to be an expensive, I don't want to say an expensive mistake. I don't like to use the word mistake because, like I said, I think this thing is still in its experimental stages, and I think that, the bugs have to be worked out. Actually, I support the project. I want it to go well. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I really do, because I think it's the coolest thing ever what he's trying to do. I'm talking about Elon Musk. I would just love to see this go great in the morning here in just a few hours, but I don't think it will because of what I'm seeing here already. And then we have the part of fortune, which again deals with worldly success, recognition, and things like that. And it's in opposition to the vertex, and vertex is fated events, things beyond our control. Opposition is a tension, okay? If they were trying, it would be better, but they're opposed. In Scorpio is where the vertex is in this case. And another concerning thing would be this yod, which is also known as the finger of God, right? And it has a 60-degree base, and Venus here deals with money. Mercury here deals with things like communication and, that sort of thing. And it's pointing to, or the apex of this yacht is Jupiter, which looks like the number 4, okay, which deals with flight. And so it's pointing to Jupiter in the 12th house of lost sorrows, troubles, and secrets. So that's another reason why I believe it will not be a success as far as the launch and the flight. Now, the launch might be a lot better than last time, because if I'm not mistaken, they've made some significant improvements to the base where the spaceship or starship takes off from. And so I think they've added some kind of water system or something to it. So like I said, I think there's still, it might take some time to get the bugs worked out on this one. And so then I see another thing I don't like, and that is the moon and Pluto in the 8th house of death. Okay, it rules other people's money and whatnot, and it's in Capricorn. Okay, so I'm back. I had left off with the moon and Pluto are in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn takes away. We have the moon here now. Alon is a Cancer, if I'm not mistaken, and Cancer is represented by the moon. It makes sense that it would be in the 8th house. Pluto is about, well, it's the co-ruler of Scorpio, and Scorpio rules the underlying natural 8th house, and we have Capricorn overlaying it right now. But Pluto is death, I would say, death to the project, not for the long term, but for the short term. Then over here we have the MC in Pisces, and the MC is about career and fame and whatnot. And we have Saturn there, the ruler of Capricorn. Again, Saturn takes away. We have Neptune, which is disillusionment. It's the underlying sign of the 12th house. It also rules marine life, the ocean, and so on. And so I believe that a lot of this will possibly end up in the ocean. So, you know, that's my first impression after just looking at the chart for a few minutes. Again, like I said, I don't think that, I'm not saying that this project will always be doomed and that every single launch and flight will be a failure or anything like that. I'm just saying this particular attempt, I don't think is going to go well. The launch might go well, then fall apart with the flight, etc., and so on. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, like I said, because I would love to see this thing just go crazy. Then we have Mercury, okay, which is the ruler of Gemini, and we have it in the 7th house in Sagittarius, which rules flight. And Mercury is a little unpredictable, has to do with things like temperature, that sort of thing. It could indicate a problem with temperature regarding the flight. It's in the 7th house of things like contracts, open enemies, partnerships, and so on. And Libra rules the 7th house naturally. It's the natural underlying house. And we have Sagittarius overlaying it right now in this chart, like I said, which rules flight. And also, I think Mercury is forming a quincunx, which is not the best angle in the world. It's actually like one of the worst. And it's forming a quincunx to Jupiter, which deals with flight. Okay, and I'll put a description below and explain the quincunx. I'll put some sort of article there. But basically it means it's in conjunct. It's 150 degrees away. And then we have another quincunx here between Venus, which deals with money and how money is earned, and whatnot. And it's also quincunx to Jupiter. Okay, so those two quincunxes, this yod, the opposition between the part of fortune and the vertex, the Pluto being in the 8th house, Jupiter ruling flight, Uranus ruling spaceships, the part of fortune ruling things like worldly success, and all that is, in the 12th house of loss. I'm sorry about all this blurring. It happens every time I put my pen in front of the camera. That all seems to make me think that it won't go so well. It could even get canceled or called off due to weather or something like that. So it might not mean it's going to be a terrible explosion or whatever, but with the quincunxes and the oppositions and things like that are going on in this chart, and Pluto being in the 8th house and all that, I think that pretty much says it all. And let's see here. I took a screenshot of this chart at 7:20 p.m. and let's see. It is, let me see what time it is right now. Let me get out of this. 12:39 a.m. Friday, November 17th. So anyway, again, I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see this thing go off and be great. I'd love to see it. But thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.